Well, our adventure's still continuing. We were getting ready to head on home in about an hour or so, but I dreamt about it and watched a lot of episodes last night, and we gotta go do a little more. We're 30 minutes from the school and then 30 minutes to Will's house. So behind me here is the Hawkins High School, but it also serves as the middle school. Gotta get some Krispy Kreme. Here we come to Will's house again. Some people here today. Wasn't here the other day. When she comes around and gives me a thumbs up, says as long as we don't go in, we can do anything outside. Woo. So we start filming some out on the patio or the front porch, and we hear some voices in. They come out. It's like, hey, we talked to the guy, and she goes, that's fine, totally fine. She goes, you want to see inside? Yeah. Turns out she's a set designer on a lot of movies, and the people that bought it, which we just learned today, that they bought it to redo it to make it look as much like they can of Will's house from the movie. I think they've hired her to come in and make it look like that. So she's like, y'all want to come in? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, no, you can't film. I was like, okay, no problem. And then walk in, and just the living room looks like the living room in the show. He even showed us pictures from when she started, how said it was just terrible on the inside. I mean, like, you could see the studs, like there was no interior wall. And she spent a good deal with us, just just showed us around, walked us around, told us a lot of stuff. I mean, very nice. I mean,
a lot of stuff was original, like a phone that was the original phone.
And she said that phone was the first one that they had in the show. Of course, it wasn't actually in that house because that wasn't the interior, but that was. And on the front porch, the original stuff is the swing. It's from the show. It's still there. They left it. The chairs and stuff and the table, I thought was from the show. She said it was left on the property. They cleaned it up and put it there. To me, when I just at first glance, I thought that was the real stuff from the show, but it's not. There's a little statue of a little boy. She said they left that. You can see that in the show. We got to get in Will's house. That's pretty cool. So now we're heading up to Victor Creole's house.
Vecna Creole. It's the Creole house for Vecna.
Some guy named Victor.
There ain't no R in it. Vecna.
Well, there's the Creole house. It's huge.
Massive.
I knew it would be big, but God, it's huge.
Gorgeous.
There's the Vector house behind us. It's huge. Betsy does the right thing. She goes and she talks to these people. Nice. I'm like, not intimidated, but just kind of like, I guess so. I'm just afraid they'll tell me, no, you can't. She just goes and talks to them nicely, and she got a lot of information. That guy, he's been there, will be there 36 hours, or maybe he's already been 36 hours, but sitting there just watching. So he sits in his car, they're getting ready to film at the house here pretty soon. So they got someone in the front, someone in the back watching it to keep anybody from coming in and doing stupid stuff, defacing stuff.
And he did say they're in Atlanta right now, so they are at the laboratory right now.
Okay.
It's got to be.
So they'll be coming up here. It's like once you start seeing them, he said they'll rent out the funeral home over here across the street and other little stuff. And I think he said Netflix, they'll
have their own security.
So they'll be through here, and he said they'll set the catering up across the street. And
every kid will have a security guard with a big black umbrella so that people can't get pictures of them.
Oh, okay. I've seen what is that?
Are you gonna talk?
No, I said film me and then the road, and then just stop.
Oh,
That'll give me a marker.